Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' worldwide PDA tour is backfiring, just as Marvel is now getting desperate, trying to avoid sending Justin Baldoni all the nice pool details.
Ryan Reynolds is unraveling. After Marvel aired him out over the nice pool fiasco, he's having a full-on meltdown. The man built a brand on being cool and clever. Now he's trapped in PR hell, forced to defend Blake Lively as she turns red carpets into reputation minefields. He's not standing by.
This type of strategy, flooding the market with appearances as an attempt to show normalcy and appearing unbothered or unaffected by the drama, is typically not well advised in crisis response planning.
From the Time 100 gala, where they acted like royalty, to hopping continents like climate pledges are TikTok trends, the hypocrisy is practically cinematic. Ryan even signed that UN climate pledge, right before taking 3 transatlantic flights in 1 week. 3. In 7 days. Even Iron Man flew less. But sure, maybe their plan to dodge legal heat was to drown Instagram in forced PDA. Kiss it till it goes away. Newsflash, this isn't 2014.
Ryan Reynolds had put a little pressure on Taylor Swift in regards to the subpoena and her being deposed by Brian Friedman. And she felt uncomfortable about it, and then her boyfriend stepped in and thought, you know, what can we do about it? We don't want to go public.
He is such a hypocrite.
It's real, it's messy, and unless you're Ryan, it's kind of hilarious. The guy who built a career breaking the fourth wall is now crashing into one made of subpoenas. You'd think someone who sells gin, cell plans, and soccer clubs with a wink would know how to handle a scandal. Nope. He's spiraling like a poorly written side character who still thinks he's the lead.
It's completely over. There's been speculations lately in all the Blake Lively friendly magazines saying that, oh, they mended their friendship. No, I don't think they're going to come back from this, because what she has done to Taylor Swift is being really disloyal.
There too would still clearly be relevant to, among other things, the question of Reynolds' alleged malice.
Now let's talk about his lovely wife. Blake Lively, Hollywood's Pinterest board come to life, has somehow dragged Marvel Studios into her glitter-glazed drama. Marvel, the same studio that kept Endgame spoilers on lockdown, is now getting roasted because Blake couldn't resist staging another fake Candid.
And then he says Travis is not fake, and he's not going to pretend to be bros with someone who could throw him or Taylor under the bus. I think he's doing this for Taylor. Maybe I'm romantic, but I feel like he is. You know, this is a favor to her to say, you know, so she doesn't have to take a stand against Blake.
Is that realistic? Do we buy it? Because I'm on the fence. What I want to talk about now, which we're also going to talk in more depth during the live, is this Marvel dispute. Now, Marvel has now responded and said, nah, we're not doing anything. We're not taking this seriously.
And as the legal smoke rises, Ryan's so-called friends are vanishing faster than Marvel Phase 4 plotlines. Enter Travis Kelce, NFL star and certified Swiftie. He just unfollowed Ryan Reynolds in 2025. That's the digital equivalent of throwing hands. Even worse, Ryan still follows him. That's not friendship. That's desperation.
Happens to everyone. I don't like trashing people over wardrobe malfunctions because we all had them, but it didn't look that great because she had, like, you know, stains from, I think, self-tanning under her armpits. So I'm sure that some stylist or makeup artist is going to be yelled at, or was already yelled at, and maybe fired.
And this information is closely guarded by Marvel. You mean like when you put all those chairs and told us about all of the characters that are appearing in the next movie, we can't learn about the previous behind the scenes on Marvel? I gotta get up. There's literally a book on it.
Why did Travis bail? Because Taylor Swift, yes, the global phenomenon and subpoena magnet, was reportedly about to get dragged into this mess too.
The issue for Blake and Ryan's image is that a large portion of the public no longer gets their information solely from media outlets, but from social media and online commentators. Now, Marvel has now responded and said, nah, we're not doing anything. We're not taking this seriously. Enough is enough.
The public isn't stupid anymore. PR strategist Kara Shimmerman, an actual expert, not one of Ryan's yes men, called their media blitz a walking billboard for desperation. All those red carpet smooches, the canned giggles, they didn't land. They crashed like a bad rom-com reboot.
And that scenes with Nice Pool were intended to be a transparent and mocking portrayal of Reynolds warped perception of Baldoni. The subpoena calls for the production of all documents and communications concerning the creation, development, modification, or portrayal of the character Nicepool from Deadpool Wolverine.
So what does this say about Ryan? Simple, he's not in hot water, he is the fire. And Marvel's trying to put him out with a paper cup. Now the entire studio looks like it's held together with NDAs and anxiety, thanks to one actor who can't tell the difference between ego.
What was going on the red carpet between Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds during the Another Sip of Flavor premiere? I was looking at some of the footage, and especially one that someone pointed out. Doesn't it look like Ryan Reynolds had a drink too many in this video? And yeah, I agree. It looks like he was kind of a little bit all over the place, and Blake was in control.
If you ever watched bad lip reading, you can absolutely make something else look like what they said. So you got to be careful. But this is what they're trying to say. They're saying Reynolds said to Blake, "I should be there. I need to shine right now." That was what apparently, and then said, "You need to understand what I am saying to you right now."
Their excuse. That releasing the info would spoil sensitive franchise material. Brew. The movie is out. Nice dies in the first act. He's not coming back for Endgame Part 2.
They're saying Reynolds said to Blake, "I should be there. I need to shine right now." That was what apparently, and then said, "You need to understand what I am saying to you right now." Now, if that's true, that sounds very bad and controlling. Marvel is now in the mix trying to deny Justin his right to figure out if Nicepool was indeed a malicious attempt by Ryan Reynolds.
Marvel, bless their secretive little hearts, got subpoenaed for all communications about the Nice character. And how did they respond? With grace and transparency. Nope, they screamed confidential like they just got caught cheating on a test.
That Reynolds was told to kiss her before she gave her speech. When the public sees Blake and Ryan looking lovey-dovey at the event, but then goes on TikTok and sees a video about a lip reader sharing that Blake ordered Ryan to kiss her, for instance, it creates mistrust in the couple.
Then the internet did what it does best, turned everything into evidence. Lip readers on TikTok, yes, literal lip readers, claim Blake signaled Ryan to kiss her. Like a director calling action. If that's not the final blow to their couple goals narrative, what is? Reddit's calling it the Blake and Ryan illusion. You couldn't make this up if you tried.
They've been jetting back and forth apparently across the ocean like 3 times in less than a week. A month after Ryan Reynolds did the UN climate conscious pledge. He is such a hypocrite.
Even their own fans are making theories, not about Deadpool, but about how their marriage is one Marvel cameo away from collapse. Enter Justin Baldoni, the guy Ryan's allegedly mocking with that new Deadpool character. Nice. And guess what? He's had enough.
The public can be forgiving, but they need time and a reason to forgive and forget. Blake and Ryan seem to be continuing to fan the flames, and it is not landing particularly well for all circles.
Baldoni's legal team claims Ryan turned Deadpool and Wolverine into a mean girl's diary. They're saying Nicepool wasn't just a background gag, it was a full-on jab, meant to humiliate. Honestly, it tracks. Deadpool roasts everyone. But Ryan forgot that real-life lawsuits don't have punchlines.
Goes on TikTok and sees a video about a lip reader sharing that Blake ordered Ryan to kiss her. For instance, it creates mistrust in the couple and plants seeds of doubt that their relationship is staged. The requested documents are particularly sensitive because they relate to the development of a character in an ongoing movie franchise.
Their excuse? That it would expose sensitive...
The subpoena was narrowed down. Just docs involving Reynolds, Baldoni, and Nicepool. Yes, that's the character's alleged name. And Marvel acted like someone was trying to leak the next Avengers lineup. No one cares about your CGI raccoon right now. We're here for the petty drama Ryan started with his...
And you guys are just doing every step wrong. Every step wrong. Why won't you talk to someone else neutral on the side? You need help. This damage control is not working. Confidential load of BS.
Travis unfollowed Ryan because he is fed up with the whole drama. You know, Blake Lively has been using her and using her power and influence.
Travis said nope, unfollowed him, and let the internet do the rest. No shady captions. No stories. Just a clean break that screamed, "I'm not going down with your sinking ship."
I agree. It looks like he was kind of a little bit all over the place and Blake was in control. This is a big statement. Of course it is. Why would he all of a sudden unfollow Ryan Reynolds? He is, as you know, Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and Taylor Swift is supposed to be subpoenaed.
This isn't a petty spat. This is a full-blown implosion. Ryan Reynolds has lost the plot. Marvel's dodging subpoenas. TikTok is dissecting every blink he makes, and even NFL players are fleeing the scene. Public meltdown. Party of one.
The global PDA tour between Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds is absolutely backfiring.
And right next to him, Blake Lively, still posing like this is a perfume ad, hand on chest, smile on cue. She's convinced she can PR spin her way out of legal mess, while Ryan hides behind sarcasm and yells confidential at every subpoena. These two aren't power players, they're mascots of a brand that forgot how to read the room.
Who says that Travis unfollowed Ryan because he is fed up with the whole drama. And he continues to say it's not just about the spectacle of it all. Travis is concerned that he could potentially be questioned too, since he was with Taylor as some of this was going down.
And let's be clear, Travis isn't some PR puppet. He doesn't play by Hollywood's loyalty club rules. If even he had enough, that says everything.
He was following Ryan Reynolds until yesterday, and also Ryan Reynolds is still following him.
Remember, his girlfriend Taylor Swift was about to be subpoenaed in the Baldoni-Reynolds legal saga. And the rumor? Ryan allegedly tried to push her to play nice behind closed doors. Classic Ryan, trying to play 4D chess when he's not even qualified for Connect 4.
As we know, Taylor and Blake have been close friends for a long time. There's a video of the two couples going on double dates together, so they were pretty close, I can imagine.
So what did Travis do? The most powerful move possible. He hit unfollow. And the saddest part, Ryan still follows him. It's giving desperate ex who can't take a hint. The guy who once roasted Hugh Jackman like a pro can't read a social cue anymore. In 2025, a one-sided follow isn't just awkward, it's tragic.
And we are so disappointed in the way you're handling this. You may have feelings, you may believe your wife, but you gotta step back at a certain point and go, maybe we did the wrong move here. Maybe we are not fully understanding this, the entire situation here. Maybe Blake did also make some mistakes.
So Ryan Reynolds went from being Hollywood's quick-witted charmer to the guy.
Nice try, Disney. Nice try. Marvel's confidentiality concerns are heightened because of this. Court has observed the details of this case have been closely followed by the media. The parties that have accused opposing parties of providing private, sensitive, and confidential information to the media in ways that cannot easily be traced. Look at them. They're using Blake's lingo now.
Let's talk about the Instagram moment. Travis Kelce unfollowed Ryan on April 28, 2025. No press release. No drama. Just a silent button tap that shook the algorithm harder than a Kardashian filter glitch. In 2025, that's louder than any TMZ headline. That's digital exile.